everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make a simple string and button envelope. This one is like a 5 by 5 size, and you're going to first start out with one 8 by 8 sheet of paper and then one 7 by 7 pattern sheet of paper. And right now I'm actually using some adhesive spray to adhere the pattern paper to one side of the solid cardstock. And I'm using spray adhesive just because it has more coverage. Here I'm adhering the pattern paper to the solid piece of cardstock. You can actually use one of those rubber rolling things. I can't remember what they're called, but you can actually use that to adhere the sheet. And here I'm using the scor-pal, and I'm lining the envelope diagonally on the 6-inch line. And I'm actually going to score 2 lines, one on the 8.5 and one at the 3.5 line, and then I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees and score it again at the 3.5 and the 8.5 line. Here we're actually creating the shape of the envelope. Now you're going to take some scissors and you're basically going to cut out the extra corners that you create when you score each of those sides, and you'll see here. Just snip out the corners, and there should be 4 of them that you'll cut out. And once you have all the corners cut, just go ahead and fold all of the flaps at the score line. And here I actually had to use a bone folder to kind of help, because the cardstock was kind of thick. Right now I'm actually using a pencil to mark where the buttons are going to go. And actually these aren't even real buttons, these are pieces of craft cardstock, or you could use what's it called? Chipboard. That would be good. And I'm actually using a 3/4 inch circle punch to punch out the little buttons. And here I'm using some foam mounting adhesive. This gives the circles a little bit of height and makes it easier for the tie to wrap around once it's attached to the flap. And I'm using the big bite to punch a hole in the center of the circle. And actually you'll want to keep that handy because you'll be using it to attach the buttons to the flaps. And so here I am, I'm just punching a hole through the flap, right where you could see the foam mounting adhesive. And just attach your eyelets using whatever tool you normally would use. You don't have to use the big bite. I like the big bite just because that's what I have on handy. You can use a crocodile or just any other hand tool that you've got available. Same with the hole punching. You don't have to use the big bite to punch holes, but if you're using a thick chipboard, you might want to consider using a crocodile or a big bite to punch the holes, just because it's easier to use that on chipboard than it is regular hand punches. And for the tie, I'm actually using some hemp twine, but you could use embroidery floss, you could use linen thread from Stampin' Up. There's all kinds of different, or even that Karen Foster floss, you can even use that for the tie as well. And just I actually wrapped it around one complete time around the first button, and then I think maybe just once around the second one and once back around the top one. Kind of just helps it stay a little bit more securely. Alright, so that's it for the string and button envelope. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave them here or at my blog, and I will catch you guys next time.